Now then, we're back in MSFS. I didn't expect that to stop so suddenly. Back in MSFS, this time in something a little bit more modern, thankfully. PMDG 800 with a couple of little add-ons. We've got this thing, which is good for realism, I understand. And then we've got a really nice sound pack by Boris as well. Which is, I think, from real world experience, about as close as you can get. I mean, it's probably the best sound pack out there for the 737. I mean, it is really, really good. So anyway, we're in Santo Domingo on the cargo apron, DHL. I wanted to use an airline that, I wanted to use a livery that's actually semi-real world. So we've got Prime Air. We're flying Jeff for the day. And we're in Santo Domingo, in the Dominican Republic, or in Dominican Republic rather. And we're going to Princess Juliana in St. Maarten. Flight time of an hour, and yeah, there isn't much more to add except for batteries and stuff. Turn the emergency exit lights to the armed position and set the IRSs to nav. We've got a GPU on the bus, so I'll go straight away with the IRS position. So we're in Santo Domingo. I always forget what the ICAO is. Oh, it's Mike Delta Sierra Delta. I'm going to turn some lights on because I thought we were meant to be in the Caribbean, but it's actually pretty dark. Oh, I didn't set. Oh, I did. Silly me. So I hate that doesn't load on standby. Right, so we're in Mike Delta Sierra Delta. And put the GPS position in and load. Screens should come on any minute. Fingers crossed. If they don't, then I don't know what to do. Yeah, as I said, I've got a little bit more experience. What the fuck? Why have they loaded already? Why is the IRS in already? That's weird. But yeah, as I said, I've got a little bit more experience with this aircraft than the BAE or the 727. But I'm still not 100%. But I think we should be fine. Shouldn't be a problem. I don't like that noise. I think Prime only have old 737s, so we'll go for the old sounding fuel pumps. That's really, really good about the new sound pack. The what's this called? I think it's Boris. I think it's the Boris sound pack. Yeah, you get to sort of alter what sounds you can have, which is really good. So we're departing runway 17. The SID is the Mela 2 Juliet. Direct to Mela. And it's like the routing is pretty much a straight line. I'll brief it all in a moment, but yeah, the routing is pretty much a straight line. So we depart, and it was, what did we say it was? It was the Mela 2 Juliet. There we go. So very nice. Right, so I'll just show you where we are in the world right now. So we're in the Caribbean, and we're going from Dominican Republic, which is this half of this big island, this other half being Haiti, I believe. Yeah, because that's Port-au-Prince. And we're going over the island. Oh, what island's this? What island is that? World map. I don't know. I don't know what island that is. Anyway, we're going over this island and going down towards St. Maarten, which is just here. And that's pretty much it. It's a straight line, which means the flight time's only about an hour, which is nice just for a Saturday evening. So I'm pretty tired, to be honest. Got up at 3 o'clock this morning to go to work, so I'm pretty tired, but I'm just kind of enjoying my Saturday. Oh my god, what am I doing? So I bonked the speaker and then I knocked the speaker over altogether. This is what I get. It's because I'm tired. Right, the routing. So it's Mella, and then the airway applicable thereafter is Golf 633 to a VOR with the ident Mike Alpha Zulu. I don't know what it's called. Mayaguez. Dear me. And then I'm assuming this is an airway, but I've never seen one of these before. Okay, it is an airway. I've never seen it formatted quite like that before. To Josh. Pretty cool. And then it's direct to Stiv, which is Sierra Tango India Victor. It's Lima 577 to Gouda cheese. I love that. It's one of my favorite types of cheese. Where's the G? Good God. Oh my God, I love that. And then it's the Aluba on arrival. The transition, it's the Arnav approach. The transition, stand by. I think it's Alora, is it? And or is it Alopo? Oh no, it's Gouda. There we go. So if we step through this, it should look right. That does at the very least. Yes, just gonna increase this a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, that looks right, doesn't it? I'm just quite glad to be in an aircraft with some RNAV capability, some VNAV, some automated VNAV capability. Oh, one thing I didn't do is I didn't load the. Oh my God, why is this aircraft in pounds? No. Let me just sort this out. Let me just sort this out. It's absolutely not on. Right, where do I go for displays? Right, we got metric units at least. Alright, I think that's fine. I'm just trying to sift my way through the millions of PMDG settings to find the applicable ones that we need. Right, we got it. So I should say we are taking 12 tons of cargo. This was wrong, I just had to reset it. Block fuel is 6.8 tons. Our reserves for a diversion to Tango India Sierra X-ray. I don't even know what airport that is. Oh, it's back on ourselves. San Croix. That's the VOR ident. I'm going to assume that's the same place. Anyway, the reserves for a divert were 2.5 tons. The cost index is 6. That's usually just what I go for. This has given me an optimum of 390. Flight plan calls for 350. So we'll stick with. Do you know what? We'll go with 390. Why not? This reckons it can do it. The transition out, because I thought that it was the same anywhere in America, but it's not. It's different. So you have different oh, they run in. God, my brain's just gone blank. This is rubbish. They use inches of mercury. Oh no, they don't. They use hectopascals rather than inches of mercury. My bad. Right, the top of climb wind was. Oh no, this is the average wind at 321 at 18. I'll leave that as it is. Flaps 5. I use the SimBrief takeoff performance calculator, but I usually leave these all as they are, and just grab the flap recommendation. Seems to work well enough. Right, that's it. Geez, that's it. Right. I think we'll go. So I'll turn the fuel pumps on. Start the APU. Which I'd oh, look at that. That's fantastic. Use different steps or something. I'd just like to appreciate the noise and the fact that I'm not parked on the center line at all, but the noise of the APU, at least from like being off to switching on, being on to switching off, absolutely bob on, perfectly accurate. I really like this thing. I really just like I really just like 737s in general a real lot. Right, change the buses over. So I think we're pretty much ready to go, bar a few things. What else must we do? We must close the doors. That is essential. There we go. Very nice. Steps are going away, intersecting with the aircraft. Turn that on. Ground level in Santo Domingo, and in St. Maarten as well, in fact, so we can just leave that as it is. What else have I got? An auto brake to RTO. We'll just leave the initial stop at 10,000 for now, but set the MCP. So if you've just joined me, viewers, I'm in Santo Domingo in a 737-800, and I'm about to leave. There we go. So if you, oh, I turn wing walkers off. They walk out, and then as soon as pushback starts, they, you know, go away.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
That is brilliant. I love that.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Alright, and hopefully we can get out of here soon. I said I'm anticipating a flight time of an hour, so if we can be airborne by 8 o'clock. This is in... that's actually in GMT. UTC. If we could be airborne by sort of in the next 5 minutes, that'd be great. Stream Deck profile is really good with this aircraft as well. It actually it adds a lot of immersion because you don't have to look around to do every single action. A lot of it can be done with the Stream Deck. Couldn't have something like this on a 7.2. It's far too much to do. Right, so we're facing... I wish it just said face north, face south. We want to face south. So that's nose left, tail right.
Release parking brakes, please.
Okay, so turn the packs off. Anti-collision on.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at wing.
So there we go. Yeah, you see the wing walkers, they sort of assume the position. The, you know, headsetter comes with, even though she's not wearing a headset. Yeah, the wing walkers, they sort of assume the position and then bugger off as soon as they start to move. Anyway, we'll start engine number 1. Not number 1, number 2. I shall not waste any time. What is the rudder doing? I have no idea. I can hear the wheels skidding. Oh, I can appreciate a good engine start. Especially in an NG. Sounds very, very nice. I have pushed the wrong way, but it's okay. That is rather silly of me. 56. There it is. Starting engine number 1. Still going.
Please set parking brakes.
There we go. Fuel in. What's the QDM? It's 172. Need to set that. There it is.
Unlocking gear.
Okay, so gear is being unlocked. And that's 2 good starts. Fantastic.
Tow track disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Right. Lovely. Flaps. 5. You get a nice little indication as well. So the winds currently are 110 at 12 knots, which is sort of, if you see over here, 120 or 110 sort of this direction. So a slight crosswind on takeoff, but unnoticeable really. Alright, there's flaps. Flight controls. Forward, back, left, center, right, center, rudders left, and right. Okay. Let's go. Thanks to my error in pushing, it won't be a very long taxi, but it should still give us enough threshold to pass over 3 minutes before the engine starts. Nice views. Okay. Hear the nose wheel skidding again. Not so accurate. Right. Strobes are on. Oh, I came to a... Again, you can hear that skidding. That wouldn't be the case at all. I can't wait to get above this cloud and have a nice sunny view. Runway needs a repaint as well. When you can't see the center line, it's an issue. Okay. 40%. Okay, takeoff for set indication is normal. 80 knots. Touch of right rudder just to keep us on the center line. There's V1 and rotate. Pulling it up gently through the dead band. Slip the main gear off. There it is. Gear up. And just trimming for the flight directors now. Not to exceed 20 knots of climb. But we'll just stay right on the edge. Feel the wind. The wind has changed to a tailwind almost immediately. No, I'm just going to pitch down slightly. And we'll bug up. And that'll do for now. I can see daylight. Okay, there's flaps 1. Zoom in a bit, just where the okay, there's the left turn, so we'll just turn onto flight directors. Okay, it's commanding a pitch up again. It's tricky, man, it's windy. Okay. Okay, we'll go flaps up. Just pitching up again slightly. It's finding it hard. I need to trim up even more actually. Okay. Just bug up for flight level 200. Flaps are up so we can command 250. To fly with my slightly less dominant hand. I can see daylight. Oh, look at that. Very pretty. Okay, just bugging to stay on the flight directors. So turn the gear to off. Come on. There we go. VNAV. So it'll command the climb speed. There we go. So we'll pitch down slightly. Turn the seatbelt sign off just for a bit of realism. It's nicely in trim now. You wouldn't even know that it was still being hand flown. But there we go. Nicely in trim. I can sort of reset the view there. Struggling to climb. It's sort of oscillating a little bit, but anyway, it should be alright. There's next left turn being commanded now. Yeah, I do like to fly the full SID if I can, unless it's a pretty complicated one and it's going to require a little bit of automation just to complete checklists and things. I'm just going to pitch down slightly, just to help it achieve the, what's that, about 280, 284, 285 perhaps? Oh, it is 284. I looked and guessed without actually just looking at the number. Right, I'll set standard now, so cleared up to a flight level and reset the MCP altitude for our cruise, which is 390. I need to change the MCP heading as well. I'll do that now really, really nice and quickly. Just going to pitch down slightly. And autopilot 1. Get the remaining landing lights off as well. I forgot to do that. That's a problem when you're sort of single pilot operation. Nice departure though. Windy. However. That's okay though. And just climbing nicely now. It's still not getting up to speed, which I find bizarre. Really not got long in the cruise before we start the descent into St. Maarten. Oh well. Don't like to sort of long flights anyway. They're not for me in a simulator, just because I start to just get bored. So yeah, not so much for me. But some people like them. Some people like I've got some friends who like turn their PC on and set a flight going in the evening and then disappear off to bed and then wake up in the morning and they're sort of approaching destination. Ah, did it not pick up the departure? Got Volanta open, but I don't think it's no, it didn't, unfortunately. It didn't pick up the... Hello? What are you doing? Why are you level off? Why would you do that? Level change, come on. Alright, can we use VNav again? Yeah. Nice. Pretty cool. Bit of a gap there, isn't there? Anyway. That's okay. Little gap in the engine cowling never killed anyone. I enjoyed that departure. It was good. Nice simple one. But it was nice to hand fly. And just to give you an idea of the departure we've just flown, so we sort of took off runway 17, made a left turn, climbed out, and then a sort of further left turn, and just up here now. But you can see we're sort of well into the flight already, despite the fact that we've we're not too high up. And that's very much that. Audio warning. Wish the interior was a little bit better modelled. I know that they're not going for sort of prettiness with this aircraft. They're going for looks. Sorry, they're going for simulation. But wouldn't mind some. You see, we've got all the pallets here. I don't know what would you call them? Are they pallets? Sort of fixed to the floor and what have you, but they're all empty, unfortunately. Which is a shame. Got the door. Poorly modelled sort of pram and passenger PA thing. Oh, dear me. Yeah, if you're not a cat owner, you may not understand how they will just come and bother you at the most random of times. So anyway, I'd like to talk a little bit, because you can see here, we're at the top of climb, but we're really not going to be in the cruise for very long. If you just look at our progress here, We've got 30 miles to top a climb, but then after that it's not too much to the top of descent. Dear me, no rest. Yeah, so we've not got too long to the top of climb, and then after that it's really not long until the descent. So I think, yeah, once we get to the top of climb, we can start talking about the descent. It's pretty simple. It's not too difficult. Right, as I was saying, only about 40 miles to top of descent. So, if you see over here, currently about halfway there, even though we've only been in flight for 26 minutes. So the descent and the approach are on the Aluba 1, and it's the Gouda transition. So what that looks like is just a straight in approach, and then it's the Arnav approach, which are nice and simple, to be honest. Just treat it like an ILS. It lines us up with the runway the last minute after lessor, routing towards Maarten, and that's pretty much it. All that's left is the weather input, which we can do on the top of descent, and that's pretty much it. Fuel flow, it's about a ton an hour per engine, which I'm not too sure how sort of accurate that is. It might be a little bit low. Then again, not too sure. Yeah, I only fancied a short little flight this evening. Just keeping an eye on the top of descent book here, 20 miles now. I'm nearly there. After such a short amount of time. So it's commanding us to reset the MCPL now. So what does that come down to? 2,600. So just set it all the way down. VNAV profile on this aircraft is really, really accurate. It's fantastic. It's literally dead on. Perfect. And yeah, this is the the littlest amount of work I've had to do in the streams that I've done so far. Just dial back the altitude and the plane does it all for you right the way down. Very nice. In terms of the actual approach, I know we briefed. In terms of the actual approach, we'll probably disconnect the autopilot at about. Do you know? I might be really. I might be just really silly and just disconnect at about 10 miles, which is, I mean, that's not a silly thing to do, by any means. But yeah, I might just, for the fun of it, just. Oops! I don't know why I put the slash there. No, go away. Might just disconnect at about 10 miles. The transition going into St. Maarten is 5,000. So we just need to set the remaining winds for the rest of the flight. So it's 61 at 10. 10. There we go. It's 82 at 8. I apologise if the microphone's picking up the clicks of the mouse. There's nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. It should be pretty quiet though. And just need the weather in St. Maarten, which I can grab now. So, winds are 040 at 14. Visibility is fine. Few clouds are 1,800 feet. QNH 1016. So the wind down to a certain point. We've got 25 knot gusts, probably due to the hill. But I mean, it might make it more interesting. So that just fine tunes the VNAV profile there. This reckons that we're actually low. I've never seen it actually put me that low before. Anyway, not a problem because the aircraft just shallows off its descent momentarily. It's so automated compared to the 727 and the BAE, which is obviously you would expect because it's a far newer aircraft. I mean, by no means new anymore. It's, when was the 737-800? When was the NG series introduced? It's probably mid-90s, I would assume. Mid-90s? Mid to late 90s, probably. A nice relaxing flight sim experience with a little bit of wind to contend with. So I'm just looking at the map here. I noticed that we've only just left the coast of this island that we've just flown over that I don't know what it is. Descending at the minute, but I can't even see St. Maarten yet. What I might do, I set quite a low cost index, but what I might do is just diddle the speed upwards a little bit because the aircraft's descending at such a slow descent rate that it's just going to take us a while to get there. So just push the speed up slightly. Just to help us along a little bit. And whilst I'm at it, I will set the approach VREF. So VAP will be 148. And that's it. The actual final approach course is 096. Obviously we don't need to set it, but I like to anyway. I don't know why. I just do. So, because this is just an RNAV approach. Doesn't require setting. As I said, I like to do it anyway. Yeah, descent music, which we have. Some sort of relaxing beats, I suppose. I'm turning the wrong thing. There we go. It's pretty cool. Might as well just add a few fix rings. Again, that will just help, especially when it disconnects, it'll just help with sort of positional awareness. For configuring flaps and gears and things. So I'll do one at 10 miles. We sort of want flaps 5-ish. I like to go for by 10 miles. Just I know people tend to go for flap 1. I like flap 5 by 10 miles. Just because if you've got any sort of remaining speed to bleed off, you know, if you don't have speed to bleed off, it's fine because you can stay at a reasonable IS. But if you have got any remaining speed to bleed off, then flaps 5 does help with that. Next one I like to do is 7 miles for gear down on flap 15. And then on this particular approach, I'm going to do 5 miles to be fully configured and ready for and in the landing configuration. And there really isn't much more to add. That island there, I have just noticed, will be our diversion should we choose to do so. San Croix Airport is on the sort of south side of the island. It's quite a big airport as well. I think that's it there. Just about see it there. So the runway runs sort of east to west. So yeah, you'll notice it's not too long to go now. See what progress says about sort of arrival times and such like. So 96 miles to the end of descent. So this reckons we'll be on ground in about 20 minutes. Just over 20 minutes. Wind is deciding whether it wants to wind or not. Look at that. It's like, oh, maybe I do. Maybe I don't. It's gone. It's back. Oh no, it's like maybe I do, maybe I don't. Oh, it does. No, it doesn't. No, it does. No, it does again. No, it doesn't. Fuck's sake. Is 5 the cut-off then? Does it sort of disappear after that? Perhaps, because I'm not seeing any numbers below 5. If the winds are as they say they are in destination, then it shouldn't be a problem at all. In fact, it should make for quite a smooth approach. Providing those wind gusts, those 25 knot gusts remain non-existent. Fingers crossed. Don't know. I don't like flying. Well, obviously nobody likes flying in wind, but I don't mind it in real life. It's just in the sim. It's what is that noise? It's not the thrust pulling back to idle, is it? Sometimes it makes a little click sound. Everything seems alright. I definitely heard a clicking noise somewhere. Don't know what it was. It sounded like it was sort of coming from up here or down here. I don't know. I don't rightly know. We just passed through flight level 200. I think I can see the island off ahead. Vaguely, that looks like an island, right? I don't know, maybe not. I need to set minimums. The decision height of which... so it's the RNAV approach. And the decision height is 700 feet. Prepare for scrolling. So it's 2,600 down to 1,700. Yeah. Pretty cool. And then I don't know where that's going to leave us. But at that point we'll disconnect. Maybe even before that. Probably before that. I like a long approach. Right, so the decel point's coming up. It's sort of 30 miles away, so when it gets to 20 I'll remove speed intervent so that the aircraft can start to decelerate. Before we hit the decel point, so that it's not going from really, really high to really, really low, making the plane pitch up violently. Also drinking and flying this evening because it is Saturday. It is Saturday, and I have been at work since 4 o'clock this morning, so yeah, I say that like I've been at work all day. I haven't, but I did start work at 4 o'clock this morning, and it's days off now, so I figure I'm owed that. I owe that to myself. So I'm drinking. It's a BrewDog lager, which I quite like. I quite like BrewDog. It's called Lost. I don't know who lost it, but it ended up in my garage. In the fridge in the garage, and it's quite nice, actually. Would recommend. So there's 20 miles while the desal point, so I'm going to remove speed into vent and add a little bit of drag just to assist it down to just under 250 knots. What's it commanding actually? 245. Oh, dear me. Dear me. Not dear me. I'm starting to see more of the island now. So this reckons 2,600 at. I don't even know what waypoint that is past Gouda. Avaki. Which is where we'll be online with the runway, which is good, and it's what the chart is commanding as well. So that's fine. So all I'm going to do now is just continue to monitor. Continue to monitor on this very suboptimal approach. It's just it's very relaxing. I'm not doing anything. I've just realised I've left the speed brake extended. That's why you don't take your hand off it. Wing flutter's slightly unrealistic. Sort of, you get sort of wobble on the entire thing, not just the tip. If seldom you get any wobble at all, which is not very often during flight. They sort of flutter very, very tiny amounts, but nothing massive. And nothing as constant as that either. Sort of do one of those, or do a couple of those, and then that's about it. That depends what kind of sort of turbulence you're in, but we've got a 15 knot headwind. It's hardly groundbreaking, so I wouldn't expect the wings to be flexing like that. So not far to go now, so another 44 miles to run, and we're making our left turn soon. I didn't set the auto brake, that's what I didn't do like a dum-dum. Not a massively long, actually not a very long runway at all. It's only marginally longer than Leeds Bradford, for which I usually set auto brake 2, so I'm going to do the same. I see no reason to change now. Yes, indeed. The die is cast. So, nearly at Gouda now. Gouda, Gouda. I think I've been saying a mixture, Gouda and Gouda. Depends whether I'm thinking about cheese or not. I think that is the correct spelling for it, is it not? Anyway, it's about to be a left turn, and then at that point, we're pretty much on line with the runway. Next waypoint being Avaki. Avaki, then Lesser, then Mapon. So, yeah, we're pretty much on line with the runway now. Bar 1 or 2 degrees as we get out of this turn. You can see it just off ahead. Actually see the runway just up there. So I'm going to reset the MCP and get some lights on. Landing lights. Press that button because I like the way it sounds. For literally for no other reason than that. It was a little bit sort of bang average on the original PMDG sound pack, but on this one it sounds bob on. Not that I'm saying the PMDG sound pack is bang average, you know, it's very, very good. There's some things that PMDG did better than does better than this sound pack, and there's some things that this sound pack does better than the PMDG, but on the whole I do prefer this sound pack a lot more. I don't know why. I think it's just better. It's just slightly better. But like I said, what you get with the aircraft is perfectly adequate. So what I might actually do is just tune San Maarten VOR. It is a VOR, is it not? Yes, it is. And that should just that'll give us an accurate distance. I'm surprised I didn't do that before, to be honest. So 21.5 miles. There you go. Got a squeaky chair as well. I didn't actually set the QNH. Forgot to do that one. So, I don't know, I think we're a little bit low, but I shall trust in the VNAV profile it reckons we're right on. I'm going to press approach. It's grabbed LNAV and VNAV, but it probably won't pick anything up for a little while, but I'll just arm approach mode anyway. At some point we should see final approach course and glide path. The missed approach, it's just an immediate right turn. Or is it, actually? I'm not sure what it is. Oh yeah, the missed approach, it's an immediate right turn, climb into 4000, direct to on bed, which is out there, and then enter a hold. So I'm just going to reset the MCP for 1700, which is the next constraint. And then it's map on, but I should suspect that we will have probably long disconnected by then and we'll be hand flying. But anyway, let's see. Going to reduce the range here slightly. Didn't approach into Guadeloupe in the 7. Oh no, I did approach into here in the 727. It went really well. And then I did the same approach into BAE 146, which I gave myself sort of false confidence that I was a little bit more confident with, and I absolutely botched it. It was terrible. So the aircraft just leveled us off momentarily. I can't remember. Does it actually have armed final approach course and glide path? You can see them there on the PFD, but I don't know if it actually picks them up at any point, or whether it just... Oh yeah, it does. There you are, you see. I claim to know what I'm doing, but alas, I do not. Alright, so that's the radio altimeter. I'm gonna go for flaps 5. There we go. And just match the speed. Wow, I hear noise. Is that just the flaps? It is. Fabulous. I sort of forgot about the flaps. Rather silly of me. We'll go flaps 10. Set these slightly further out so we can wait for 6 miles. I'll do it now. We'll go gear down. And flap 15. Glide path capture. I'm assuming now that that's active, we set the missed approach altitude, which I will do. It's not throwing me off. Yeah, see that crosswind that it was talking about coming in there. Alright, are we all ready? Not promising an A-rate approach, but hopefully it won't be too bad. Pretty high nose up now. That's good though. Anyway, disconnecting, and just climbing slightly above the. There we go, that's what I wanted. I wanted auto throttle armed, but disconnected.
Approaching minimums.
So, approaching minimums now.
Traffic.
Yeah, it does this. I don't know why. It's telling me we've got a little bit of traffic. It's adding the thrust on a little bit. Picture's looking good. Not sure why it's telling me this track. It does that on every flight. Just 3 whites there, just correcting.
500.
Just going to trim down a little bit.
400.
Should be 2 reds, 2 whites again. There it is. Oh god.
300.
Wind's blowing me up. Just correcting again.
200.
Oh my god. It's tricky, man. It's windy. I'm getting slightly below.
100.
This wind is just all
50.
over. Right. I'm
30.
gonna close
20.
and just hold it off.
10.
Hold it off. Kick it straight, and then it's frozen. Oh my god. Okay, reverses. Speed brake. Kicked it straight then, and it froze on me like it did with the 7.2 as well. Okay, steering reverses. And turn around here. There's a little turning pad at the end. Never actually used the full length of the runway before at St. Maarten. I know it's not very long, but normally stopped by the turning pad just before. So that's alright. I really, really hate taxiing with a keyboard. Get me some rudder pedals. Okay. I'd love to know how that looked actually. Just watching the speed there. Okay, I'm not going to fly direct soft now because we are safely on the ground. Just knock the transponder down a notch as well. I enjoyed that. Nice little flight there, and always a fun little approach. It was looking like a really, really, you know, sort of stable and solid approach, and then literally just getting onto the final stages, we'd just wind all over the place, just coming from every direction, then blowing us high, then blowing us low, and boy, you know it, we were too high on the approach, had to correct it. Alright, so it's this turn. And then we're literally doing a sort of 180. So. Sort of come back on yourself. APU on the bus. Turn that taxi light off as well. Stand is this? Is it Bravo 5? Yes, indeed. What would that have been? About an hour and 5? Or hour and 4, perhaps? I reckon about there's fine. Oh no, oh, I'm coming off, Nailed it. Not too bad actually, anyway. So APU gens are on the bus, parking brake is set. Engines off. Just looking for 20% and then turn the anti-collision off. There it is. Lovely jubbly. Look at that. And request deboarding.
Boarding requested.
Menzies. I've heard of them before. Oh. What's up? What's up? What's up, you?
Do you want to deboard crew?
Yes.
Crew bus is coming.
Yeah, thank you so much, ever so much for tuning in. That will do it. What's that? Main cargo door. Never noticed that. Good thing that wasn't open in flight, eh? But yeah, thank you ever so much for tuning in, and I'll be back probably soon for another live stream, because I enjoyed this. It was fun. Anyway, I will see you soon. Thank you for watching.